Crypto.com CEO Kris is a confirmed guest for the first ever White House Crypto Summit, causing also the CRO price to really skyrocket. So what is really going on? Well guys, I would say let's strap in and let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only Coin Baron, and in this video I want to talk about the latest news regarding Kris, but also I want to talk a bit more in general about the current CRO charts. So if you like that kind of content, do not forget to also hit the like button and strap in by subscribing for more. But first, let's get started with that article regarding the first ever crypto summit, as mentioned here by the Cointelegraph. And what we can see, if you scroll down below, we can see a list of all confirmed guests really for this event. And on the list, there are very influential people. For example, Michael Saylor, of course, the founder of Strategy. But also I see Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. Also Vlad Tenev, the CEO of Robinhood. And of course, we cannot miss here is Kris, the CEO of Crypto.com. And next to all those very influential people from the industry, also there will of course be a lot of people from the White House as well. But the most important one, David Sachs, AI and crypto czar. So guys, really influential people all in the same room. And according to the rumors, it will be happening tomorrow for Friday, the 7th of March, from 1:30 till 6:30. So basically the whole afternoon. And according to the rumors, there are a few potential topics, including, of course, the most important one, the US Strategic Reserve with Bitcoin, but potentially also with altcoins. But moreover, more regarding the SEC, so what's the regulatory clarity for crypto, stablecoin policies, tax reform, so maybe more about 0% tax for Bitcoin, then also more about DeFi, anti-money laundering, and more regarding blockchain innovation. For anyone out there hoping that CRO is to be added to the US Strategic Reserve, I do think that the chances for that are very, very, very slim, even though Kris is invited to the White House Summit. But it's mainly because what we see here with this announcement by Howard Lutnick, so he's the US Commerce Secretary, and he did mention that the strategic Bitcoin reserve is to be announced at the White House Summit next Friday. So not crypto, the Bitcoin reserve. And I think that makes a lot of sense because Bitcoin is still the most decentralized currency and also, of course, still the #1 by a big, big margin. But even though, guys, that Bitcoin might be the only token to be announced as a reserve, I think that will still be amazing for the whole crypto market because Bitcoin is still the tide that lifts all boats. If a Bitcoin reserve is actually announced tomorrow, we might have a decent chance to break out of these structures and maybe even go to a new all-time high for Bitcoin. So that is very exciting. However, I do think the hopes are already quite high. So if nothing is announced, there's also a decent chance we might dump a lot lower to test the 50-week simple moving average here for Bitcoin. So tomorrow is going to be a very important day. I do have a bit of a bullish bias for Bitcoin because I feel it's long overdue for one more pump towards 100K. But I'm also seeing very similar signs on the CRO chart. So you can see we are right now again at the 2-year-old trend line. And at the previous attempts of breaking down below this trend line, we had quick, swift reactions to the upside. So here and here. That was first in September 2023 and also in November 2024. So could we right now in March 2025 have a very similar reaction? I think that's very much possible, but it also kind of depends on, I think, the golden age proposal that might bring back 70 billion more supply for CRO. And on that front, I'm actually quite surprised by how well the CRO price is holding on, even though we have all the very bad online sentiment. Because right now, the CRO price is higher than before the CRO burn proposal. So that's really interesting. Right now, we're trading at about 9 cents. Some people might say, but Coin Baron, that's only because Bitcoin right now is rising and therefore CRO's rising. But that's actually not the case. If you take a look at CRO Bitcoin here, you can see we just created a massive candle here. So since the lows for CRO Bitcoin right now, we've been going up about 20%, which is absolutely massive for Cronos here. So we're gaining not only versus Bitcoin, but also again versus the US dollar. And to bring it a bit more into perspective, CRO was even the biggest gainer for the last 24 hours for a short while. I gotta admit, it does feel a bit weird, but people are definitely right now voting with their wallets, as it seems people are trusting the leadership of Kris and Crypto.com on this latest proposal. Having said that, the proposal has not been accepted yet, and I also know a lot of people right now are stuck with their CRO in, for example, a staking pool, or they are stuck with their validator. So it might be that we get some delayed sell pressure for CRO as well. But right now, at least, the CRO price is still rising. Anyways, we now have all the ingredients to start a new crypto pump. We have filled the CME gap. We have had the typical 30% dump for Bitcoin. And fundamentally, ladies and gentlemen, right now, we're actually working for the biggest economy in the world to start adopting Bitcoin for real. So guys, it is time to start cooking. That's the only thing that can still ruin it. So I have some trust in Kris that he also will think of people trading on Crypto.com, but also people holding the CRO token. So fingers crossed for this one. I do want to give a quick warning to all you ladies and gentlemen out there, because tomorrow volatility is guaranteed. Might be going to the upside or might be going to the downside, but make sure you are very careful with leverage tomorrow. But let me know in the comments down below what you're thinking right now of the current markets. Will CRO continue pumping, and might we see a new all-time high for Bitcoin soon? Let me know in the comments down below, and while you're at it, also don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. And if you're still watching, tonight we're actually going to do another live stream to debate a bit the whole 70 billion burn proposal, unburn proposal for the CRO token. So please come and join.